Hey Tarot friends, it's Liz from West Star Tarot. In this video, I just want to do a brief PS to the video I just posted about the second edition of the Star Tarot because I forgot to mention a couple of things. The first thing I forgot to mention was to discuss the backs. So this is the first edition, the shiny blue bordered first edition. Here's the backs, and here's the second edition, the backs. I actually prefer the simpler backing, but you know, it's the backs, so it's not like they're horrible. And what I thought was interesting was if you look at the backs of these cards and you look at the Hermit, you can see that these mountains on the cards are borrowed from the Hermit. So that's the backs. The second thing I wanted to talk about was Cathy McClelland, the artist and author of this deck, her journey creating this deck. And I think it's important or noteworthy to talk about it. She started to paint these cards big, in large size, in, I believe, oil paints in 1991. I'm just going to reference the book here. In 1991, I decided to paint my own tarot images. I started with the majors, beginning with the Fool. These images would be part of the Star Tarot deck, a name inspired by my love and fascination with stars. Each image became a labor of love, taking up to 3 months to complete. In 1996, so 5 years later, I finished the 5th image of the Emperor and took a long break, like a 10-year break. In the summer of 2005, I decided to paint the rest of the majors, completing the 17 keys in 2006. I self-published the Majors Only deck and booklet, and in 2008, my journey led me to Mary Greer, who introduced me to a bigger world of tarot enthusiasts. Through the internet and San Francisco Tarot Symposium, I found there was an interest and appreciation for the Star Major Arcana Tarot deck, which inspired me to move forward with the minors. And so Cathy completed the entire deck, majors and minors. But as you can see, it took her years. And I think that that's something to consider when, at least for me, when I look at a tarot deck. That's the kind of deck I tend to be more interested in than the publishers and folks who sort of pump out, you know, 3-4 tarot decks a year or a tarot deck a year. And sometimes those decks aren't as thoughtfully composed as ones that take 10 years or so to complete. And so I just wanted to honor Cathy and her process and the journey that she took to bring us this beautiful deck.